All right. Okay. Here we are. We are
We are
live.
here.
We are live on a special day. A little bit later than maybe we first planned, but we were determined to have this special live stream event because,
Mhm.
well, anybody who can read the title sees that today we hit 1 year live on the channel.
We did.
Congratulations.
Yay to
We're
us.
um we have balloons. Look at that. We're in a festive, that's the wrong word. We're in a party kind of mode, right? Um it's been a whole year since we started this channel, babe. How awesome is that?
It is pretty awesome. It's pretty
Mm.
awesome. I mean, it's funny because I feel like time has flown and yeah.
Oh,
So
look. Oh, sorry, just really fast. Look, cruise and theme park guide. Sierra is with us tonight. Fantastic.
in true fashion, I mean, you're one step ahead of me tonight because I always have like this weird tech challenge when we go live with these things of
Yeah.
being able to get that far. So I'm not at the chat, so I'm glad you're seeing
Yeah.
people because I'll catch up, I promise. But
So you'll recall, again, really glad to have you with us tonight. So, Cruise and Theme Park Guide was the channel that I visited. Geez, Sarah, you'll have to keep me honest here. It was a couple weeks ago, probably at this point, maybe 3 weeks ago, give or take, where we, ear to there, vacations did the sponsorship, or sorry, the giveaway. And that was where we won the $25 gift certificate to Disney. And so we've jumped into Sierra's channel several times now at this point.
yeah, yeah, which is
Uh,
awesome.
she was the last time I was there a few days ago. She was over in Orlando. Oh, sorry, over in Orlando.
Mhm.
So obviously, over at the new Universal Studios, which has got its own bit of stuff that we could talk about. But yeah, really great to have everybody here with us tonight. So yeah, we've been online for a full year. So I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were about to say something, but I wanted you to know that they hopped in. So sorry, what were you saying, babe? We were just talking about this has been a year for us.
It has been a year, and I wasn't about to say anything other than having the same tech trouble again with the live. So yeah, anyone who tunes into our channel will know that I'm not the techie one. Jason is, and I just quickly catch up along the way. So I do finally see the chat on my other device underneath, and here we are. So. Um, they say, I'm up late getting
Yeah.
work caught up, and I got a notification that you were going on. So excited to join. That is awesome. Somebody else is working late too tonight,
Yeah.
not just me. It's funny because we wanted to get on and do a quick live stream because it is a 1 year channel
Mhm.
anniversary for us.
Yeah.
But my full-time job is also telling me you still have work to do tonight. So I'm glad I'm not the
No,
only one. That's all I can
no,
say about that.
no rest for the weary. Yeah, thank you so much. Like I said, this,
Thank you.
it's funny, right? It's been look, even the tagline, is what we always say, every journey begins with a single step. Like this channel itself has been a journey. It's like, there's a lot of journeys that we like to talk about. Um, and this channel itself has been a journey. It's been 1 year, as we say. Oh, and hey, Kristen, glad to have you with us as well
Hi,
tonight.
Kristen.
Yes. Um, this channel, who said it best? I can't remember. Oh, I think somebody said the other day about, you know, it's not about like the number of subscribers that drives you to do this. Like that's the effect. Like that's the fun part. We do this for the enjoyment. We do this for each other, obviously, and to chronicle our journey and to share it with people. Um, and I wouldn't want to share with anyone else, or do this with anyone else but you, and be able to share this with other people. Nearly 200 people at this point has just been an amazing journey. And you talked about the techie, side of us. I think I think I said this on maybe our like the live stream we did around like the tech talk one night. Like this channel's another great example of how like we lean on each other's strengths. Like you're
Mhm.
so much better at like social media and this YouTube and Disney thing and everything. Um, and I'll gladly all day long bring the tech side of this to kind of help, glue it together as the way that we do. And yeah, I woke up this morning and I knew our anniversary, and you probably knew this too, right? I mean, you knew this channel anniversary. You knew it was coming up. Because I knew we started in April last year. And obviously it's the 21st today, so it's like, I mean, any day now. I woke up, I got the notification on my phone. I was like, oh, okay. That was a pleasant surprise. Um, and as I
I
kind of
knew it
thought
was in and
today,
around April. Yeah, like I knew it was in and around April
yeah,
just because of how long we've been doing it and things that we had started covering along the way. So when you
yeah,
kind of put it into perspective, like the first trip or kind of footage of things that we started to capture along the way and really play with, like, what is this kind of vlog going to look like? Or
uh-huh,
now trying to like incorporate shorts into our
hmm,
channel and stuff like that. So I knew it was coming up because we played with a lot of footage and stuff when we hit Disney, like in May of
hmm,
last year.
yeah,
So, and I knew that the channel had started just previous to
yeah,
that. So, 1 year comes fast and furious, though, at times. Like, you
does.
don't realize you've been doing it
Mm.
that long, and yet there's so much more we can still do with it.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think that me and you, like, we even giggle and laugh and say, other channels that are sitting at thousands of people would laugh at us celebrating the fact that we have 195 people like following us now, and
Yeah,
we're 5 away from our next like milestone to us, which
yeah,
is 200.
yeah,
And like absolutely trying our hardest to get there.
yeah,
And but the reality of it is, and I've said it, I think even on the last live stream we did together, I think I think we get excited for like every single one. We
hmm,
celebrate every time we see like a
yes,
tick on the
yes.
subscriber count. So, I refer to them as our little walking beyond borders family, and I truly mean it. Like
Yeah,
it's such
yeah.
a like awesome feeling. So, yeah.
You're so right. It's every single subscriber. We don't like some people. We don't stream every day or every other day. We're not able to do that. Um, but definitely behind the scenes, you're right. It's every single subscriber we do not take for granted. We are excited about. It's humbling, first and foremost. And look, we started this because we wanted to share, so many different journeys and which has continued to grow and evolve, and to be able to share those with people. Um, it's very cool right now as Sierra's with us, and Kristen is up late. She says she's working on her thesis right now. Um,
She is working
that
hard right now
I
for
know
school.
everybody's working
So,
hard right now, and
yeah.
this is super super cool. I you talked about our first couple, like our first kind of travel video was it was a trip that we did down to Disney back in May of last year. And I think back even before then, like our the very first videos we did were um like a couple basic like YouTube shorts of like I think I went out to like a dog park and a baseball park and some other places, just trying to figure out how does all this work. And so you kind of look back again a year ago and to where we are now from like, oh, we created a short to now we're capable of like, bear with me for a minute. We're able to do like live streams and like these, these joint virtual like session we're doing like right now together in 4K HDR, vlogs if we want. Like we've done a few of like we've done a wide spectrum of things. Like that itself has been a journey, a tech journey, but it's also been, look, you don't put the tech to work if you don't have great experiences first and foremost. And you and I have been to some pretty amazing places, um, and it's been awesome. First off, doing this together, but also to then, share those back. And of course, as we've kind of said on a couple live streams, we got a lot like still in the queue. We've still got a lot of content that we have not put out there that,
Do, but I think that that's like part of that learning experience too, because as we've said to people before, like this is not our full-time job. We don't do
right.
this for anything other than enjoyment right now and kind of like, you know, putting our travels out there and kind of creating like these little snippets of memories, even just for each other to always be there. Within kind of the YouTube world,
Yeah.
but only doing this for a year so far, it's still like this huge learning. It's like a learning journey of how
Hmm.
do you balance things all the time, because you and
Hmm.
I both know with full-time jobs and that being top priority at all times, sometimes you just get completely like sucked into the work life and things go wayside, and then all of a sudden you start going back to videos, that you've made, or little clips on your phone, and you're like, wow, okay, there's still a
Yeah.
lot of content to get out, right? And I mean,
Yeah.
case in point, we're still I'm still trying to get out that third video for Allure of the Seas, and so but I mean, work has been completely busy,
Yeah.
and so, it's the real challenge on trying to figure out like what is a schedule? How do I get the content out regularly?
Mm.
And definitely, like, there's pros and cons, and there's good things and bad things, your strengths, your weaknesses, all of that. And I would say, like, that's the number one thing that we still have to work like really hard on, because I
Yeah.
think we could do a much better job
Sure.
at putting content out a lot quicker.
Yeah. Sure.
If we had that perfect balance happening. But I think you absolutely learn that along the way. And
Yeah.
you know so yeah, we have a lot. We have still a couple of videos for Allure. We have a few snippets from even Disney here and
Mm.
there. uh we have a whole like MSC cruise series that we
Yeah.
have to put out,
Yeah.
that just recently happened. So yeah, we could absolutely put some back-to-back videos out there. You know.
Cruise and theme park guide Sierra says, she gets it, right? She too has a full-time job. She's working to finish out her graduate program a couple weeks ago, and she runs her successful YouTube channel. So,
Yep.
um, absolutely. You know, part of what we know today that we didn't know a year ago is what is all the stuff that's required to post the smaller, shorter shorts, not to overload the word, but the shorts themselves to, again, even our, again, a live stream now, a vlog. I mean, we've done things that are extra, I would say, that not everybody does. Like we have intros, we have outros, we've had multiple intros and multiple outros. We've got, licensed music. Like we've got a bunch of things that I kind of bring this up because again, as I look to how this should be anyway, you know, leaning on each other's strengths and whatnot. Um, when work may have been busier for you than me and vice versa, I can see, for example, that's where the other might kind of for example, you know, I started looking more into live streaming, how to make this live stream thing happen. Not from a out and about perspective, but from like right here. Like we're having this virtual, like it's a real conversation, but in this virtual sense of us being sitting here virtually side by side. Um, like we still find that time to invest in to find and prepare like the next evolution. I always, me at the channel will know now, like every weekend, I'm always looking for like how did I like grow or improve us on the channel, even if it's like in a small way? How did I get us more
Yeah.
organized? How did I investigate? Oh, I know we want to do this, but I don't have a clue as to how we would do something. And um, we're
But
and that's
I think that that's where we do complement each other in a good way, because you are way more techie than I am. You can figure out what we're doing right now, where I don't know anything other than come into the room, you know, make sure you have your mic on and your video on, and you set all of this up, right? It's the same thing when it comes to the equipment, right? You do the researching, you put the time into figuring out like what equipment is really good. Like you figured out the gimbal, you also figured out what microphones kind of work best and have really good ratings and stuff like that. And you're the first one to grab our phones and make sure that it's at whatever frames per second it needs to be at and stuff, and I just go with it because I don't know. Where on the flip side, like where you're able to figure out a lot of that, my mind automatically goes into like this creativity mode. Like, what are places where we
yeah,
can go? What can we do at those
yes,
places? Like, what's the kind of content you want to put out there, right? So, um, you know, I I think it works well in that type of setup, just because I do firmly believe that in order to have any kind of success or any kind of like really good feeling about your channel, you kind of have to have the best of both worlds. You have to have like a
yeah,
lot of the creativity come
yeah,
out, but you do have to do the time and investment in figuring out like what tech stuff is going to work for you or how to do those
yeah,
things, right?
yeah,
And that's your world entirely. Like I don't know that stuff. I'm just learning along the way with you.
yeah.
But yeah, I always say if it's anything tech, the ball's in your court, hun, because
Well, it's
if the ball was
it's
in my court, I'm shooting and missing. That's all I can say.
well, I mean, like I said, we compliments the operative word, right? And
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about a conversation. I feel like Sierra, we're gonna make Sierra like an honorary member of this channel here, because I remember asking her one time when she was streaming. She'll probably remember this, or she may not remember this because she gets a lot of activity. But I asked about her camera that she was using, or we got the topic came. I think I probably prompted and asked about the um the DJI Pocket 3. And I think we even talked about like HDR. So I'm always like part of my MO, not only to get to know other channels and to support other channels, like I have that very altruistic sense about me that I want to share as much as I can. And I hope other people do too. So I want to know, like, I was asking questions about, hey, how do you like the DJI Pocket 3 and HDR content and so on and so forth. And yeah, I love that. Every week it evolves. Tech, absolutely. Um, and it's been an investment, all these things, and it's fun. And I feel like, you know, tonight was not as tech heavy because I wanted to just come here and like celebrate with you and all these cool things. And so I have
Yeah.
balloons. But what I have for you, but you can't wear it tonight. But I even went so far. I even have you don't even know this. This is live, and
Of course
there we
you
go.
did.
So, let's be full blown.
You're
This
like
looks like I
full
should.
blown party mode over there.
I am. Look, I'm excited. We're a year running. We went from 0 to 194, whatever it was. We woke up. I don't think it's changed today, but that's okay. It's been fun. It's amazing, and I always come back to I wouldn't want to be doing this channel with anybody else, and it's such a blessing. It's so
I
amazing.
agree.
Um, and yeah, Sarah just says she
I feel
loves
like
she
this is
loves the
like a
OP3.
I feel like this is like a lopsided like celebration. Like you got the balloons and the party hat over there, and I'm like, look at me with my virtual pom poms. Yay!
It's funny. When I was buying, the celebratory gear stuff today, I actually came across some like pom poms, and I was like, eh,
Don't do
no,
it.
that would be weird. I know. So, but
Yep.
now, but
Yep.
see, but there we go. Now we're this is us, right? So, um,
This is
but
us.
don't
Yep.
worry. We can. What the channel doesn't know yet is I'm I'm so thankful and so lucky that we're actually going to be together in a couple weeks, right? You are coming to North Carolina before
I
we take
am.
another trip, um, which good reason we got to get some videos done off of your phone because we got to free
To
up some of
free
that
up some
space.
space.
Yes, free up
Yes.
the space. Um,
Yep.
absolutely, Kristen just saw my hat.
Yep.
Um,
I
it was
know,
funny. I'm
right?
also I'm also thinking, although I might have to change the delay here, but like I'm looking at the chat in Nightbot, like that was something that I just honestly, it's not rocket science. It's just kind of like I'm not gonna say I was the smartest guy in the room at all, but just kind of paying attention to a few of these little things over here. Once I saw Nightbot appearing in like every creator's room, I was like, hmm. That there's something going on with this Nightbot. Let's figure that out. And that was super easy to get going. But yeah, you're gonna be here in just a little over 2 weeks, which I'm like the excitement is just already like coming out of my pores and everything like that. Um and
Which I
so
mean,
we'll
honestly, like I always say to myself, like for anybody that like, there's not a lot of people with us right now, but if they're looking back at this live
yeah,
stream, like they may not realize that we are in two different places. Well, it's obvious we're in two
true.
different places right
Yeah.
now, but I mean, you sit in Raleigh, North Carolina, I'm in Toronto,
Yep.
Canada, and we're a long distance couple. And yeah, so when Jason says, he's super excited that I'll be there in a couple of weeks, it's because we don't get to see each other like every single
Mm,
week or every night or anything like that. So we can go. It's funny. Last year, I feel like our stretches were like super short just
yep.
because things like airfare and everything else was
Mm,
on our side last year. There was some
mm,
really great seat sales and it allowed
mm,
us to go back and forth quite often. This year it's not been a challenge that way.
mm,
It's been a challenge, I think, work-wise and just
yep.
the
Mm,
balance of trying to figure out like when is the next time we can
mm,
just very comfortably see each other without like everything
mm.
else getting in the way.
Right.
So fun
Right.
fact, I mean, I was there for Christmas time. I came
Yep.
home like right after New Year's and so and then well, and then you came up here in
Yep.
February
Mm,
for my convocation for
yep.
my work studies, and then you went back a couple of days later. And so we've had the long stretch between
Yeah.
February and
Yeah.
when I'll finally get there in May. So,
Yeah.
um, But I bring
Yeah.
that up because this channel is just another way for us to be able to do something
Yeah.
together and share time
Yeah.
with each other, and still be able to have like fun along the way, but also document stuff about ourselves and our travels and
Mm.
everything else. And I think the one thing that I would say, whether there's one person watching us, 10 people watching us,
Yeah.
whether we have 10 subscribers, 194, the one thing that I will say that I do really like about our channel is it's authentic. It's just us.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
no phoniness or fakeness to it. You know, we're just real and enjoying ourselves along the way, and just playing around with the channel. Like you said,
Yeah.
there's some shorts out there, some vlogs, some live streams where we're on
Mm.
location, some live streams like
Mm.
this while,
Yep.
we're just chilling and
Mm.
sitting in our living rooms at home,
Yeah.
and it's just us. So, and that's what I've always wanted. I never wanted anything different out of it. I just want to be able
Right.
to enjoy and celebrate all the little successes along the way
Yeah.
and everything that we learn. And it almost acts like, as cheesy as it sounds, it almost just acts like a journal for us. It's
Yeah.
like kind of
That's
the
exactly right.
storyline of us, which
Yeah.
is it's perfect for me. Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's been, yeah, I was thinking back. I actually was looking at some of the stats. I know. And what I mean by that is like, okay, it's a year. So if I take like a quick look at how things shaped up, so to speak, there's two, right? So we ended
And
up with,
of course you would do this.
I know I'm I'm
You're the
I'm the
numbers guy.
science, math, numbers guy, for those of you who don't know, like we like another kind of like way how we complement each other. That's not an area that you would ever say that you remotely like even enjoy or would want to enjoy, and that's fine. But math and or metrics, although that kind of works for both of us being in from a business sense. But that putting that aside, look, we've been online for 365 days. This makes our 74th video. I think if I saw that number correctly, this is our 74th video, 194 subscribers. We're almost at 16 and a half or nearly 16,500 views. And I just like, and again, compared to some other people, like that's like a pittance, but I don't think like a large subscriber. I don't want to think like a large subscriber. Like you were just saying, and how I kind of also said earlier, like the number of subscribers, the number of views, like that's the effect of the chronicling, the journaling, the journey itself here. You know, we don't I don't wake up every single day thinking, oh, okay, I gotta, I'm not gonna be happy if I don't hit that 200 subscriber mark. Now I will say it's and I'm using subscriber as our next milestone. I mean, it's neat and it's fun. But that's never been my top priority. My priority has been this, you, me, the journey, and sharing it with everybody. I know you feel the same way. And it's been great. And we have a lot more content in the queue. We
We do.
when you come down in May, we're going off for a few days.
We are.
We are. We're going off for a few days to a place
We'll
that
leave it at that for now.
it, well, okay. I've already shared this in a few channels
Well, I know,
okay.
but
Okay. All right. So we won't reveal, maybe we won't say any more about it tonight, but I'll say come back. First off, like bot saying like bot like Nightbot saying like, share, and subscribe if you aren't already. But we are gonna go someplace that you've been before, but I have not been before, not in a meaningful manner. Meaning,
yep.
I've I've flown through the airport. I've set
No,
foot
you
in the
can't count
airport.
that.
Doesn't
I'm a
really count.
no, I am such a firm believer in like because I love travel so much. You can't count landing at an airport and connecting through that airport as being in that area. That is like a quick stop and you saw the walls of the airport. So I don't count that at
Did
all. You absolutely have not been to this place.
I have
So it's
definitely.
new for you.
I'll say again. Oh, I'll say this without ruining it. Even
Yeah.
even Kristen wants to know, but we're not going to say yet. We're not going to say here yet, Kristen. Um, I'll say this. I'll say without ruining the surprise for everybody who's watching this video. The uh Kristen got oh Nightbot. Nightbot was not happy there. Okay. Um oh wow. Okay.
Oh my,
I'll have to
you know
fix
what?
it deleted her
Okay,
message.
I don't like that. Well, it timed her out too.
Yeah.
It totally took her out.
Okay.
So that's a tech
I'll fix
problem
that.
that you need to figure out because I know what it was. It most likely is because it's
Yeah.
most likely because she used caps
Yeah. It
because
yeah.
these programs are super sensitive to caps. Yeah, see it timed her out again.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, we'll have to take this away because I don't like
Yeah.
that. She's gonna end up like my own sister will end up getting kicked out of our our live chat, which is just crap in my opinion.
So the good news is so got it. Got it. So the good news is so here says I had Nightbot bought out one time. Oh, hot tricks. Okay. Okay. I'll have to look into that as well. So the good news is, at least as a short-term solution, not now, not during this stream, um, is I know how to kind of fix all the toggles and the switches and the behaviors of Nightbot. Um, that's easy to fine tune. I just can't
I'll
do it.
say in defense of my sister, you need to get on that
Uh,
because it went from
yeah.
timing her out for 5 seconds to now she's on a 10-minute
Uh,
timeout.
got it. So do you?
My
So
poor
see,
sister.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see why.
Sorry.
I can
Yeah,
see why.
she's timed out for 10 minutes. Oh
And
boy.
all she asked was, "Where are we going?"
Uh, yeah, got it. Oh, and hello. Hi, Sanjeet.
Oh, hello, hello.
Hi, Sanjeet. Welcome. Glad to have you tonight. Yeah, so I will
Absolutely.
look, we've not Nightbot is relatively new. I think we've only had Nightbot activated on I think this might be the only second well sit down session that we've had him. He's been on the other sessions that we've done, like the train station, some other places, and so I'll get on that. That will be fixed before the next live stream, wherever it may be. Although I have an idea. Again, I won't ruin it.
I think my ask of you would be to not have Nightbot moderate stuff like that. Like
Oh, I agree.
if Nightbot is useful to tell people, if you're joining in, welcome in, be sure to like and subscribe, great. But if my sister can't ask a quick question
Yeah,
like
I
where are we
know.
going and it's scolded her and put her in a timeout, I'm not sure
Like
it's working properly.
I can only imagine. I'll just say this. I can
If
only
you're with us,
imagine.
Kristen, we know you're here
Yeah,
still.
I can only imagine her reaction right now. And I'll just say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like my my virtual digital child, is running rampant here in the chat room. So I will fix that. Sanjeet, thank you again for joining us tonight. Let us know whereabouts you're hailing from. Glad to have you with us. Um, yeah, I will definitely get that fixed. I'm trying to think here. It's been amazing. And so I take so where I started with this in the first place was I have a hat tonight. I'm celebrating with the balloons, but I don't want you to feel left out either. So in May, when we'll obviously do some sessions side by side, be it here and or at our destination to be announced. Um, don't worry. We can also have, a second celebration because I don't have but one, but I have
Oh,
two.
I am
Two.
such a lucky girl.
Since you feel so lucky, don't worry because I have not only one and two, I have three as well. So if you need to, you know, double or even if you needed to triple,
No, we're
it's a
doing
pack of
good
four.
things.
Okay.
No, we're absolutely great.
So we'll
Yep.
have a second, maybe we'll say a belated celebration. We'll do it that way. Um and in the spirit of, I know it's techie, the spirit of Steve Jobs, uh there's one more thing. One more thing. One more thing. Nobody knows. You don't know what this is. Nobody else knows what this is.
Apparently you do.
I know what this is, of course. I mean, that's I have to know what this is. But there is one more thing. All right. So hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Sorry, there we go. So, like I said, all I can say is it's a special day. And look, I know, like, you've had a long day, I've had a long day, and it was super, super important that we did this because it is a recognition of like the fun and the great time that we're able to spend together in our journey together, which is super, super important to both of us, I know. So I know you can't be here tonight, but I had to, at least from a virtual perspective, I had to absolutely go full bore.
A cupcake.
It is. It's a cupcake, sprinkles and all. Look at that.
That's all you, honey.
It's
You
well, I know.
you enjoy every bite of that.
Um, I don't think I'm gonna eat a messy cupcake here on the stream. What precious subscribers we have may run for the hills, so we won't do that. Um, so but I wanted you to see, sweetheart, I did give us a little bit of celebration. Um, you know,
Love
happy
it.
one
Love
year
it.
channel anniversary, babe.
Happy 1 year channel anniversary, except it's 12:01, so it's technically over now.
I think I got it out
So
before.
you pulled out the cupcake like just in time. So yeah,
Well, I'm going to tell you
yeah.
very quickly.
Super cute,
Um,
honestly. Yeah.
I will tell you very quickly, because I kind of laugh about it. Going this afternoon, late this afternoon, being on the hunt, decorations, not so hard. Searching for a singular big cupcake, not as easy as you think it might be. I went to three stores. The last store was going to be Walmart, and it wasn't going to be a cupcake. It was going to literally be a cake, like a little small cake. And as I'm walking out, oh, and congratulations, Sierra, 2 years last
I
month.
was gonna say,
Okay,
yay!
awesome.
They hit 2 years.
So imagine
Awesome.
a imagine a two here. And then, here we go. Congratulations.
Yeah, our one and her two, and we're
There you
celebrating
go.
all together.
Um, but as I'm walking out of Walmart, literally with a cake in my hand, which was gonna be a nice small cake, sprinkles and some other stuff on top of it. Like I'm walking by there, and it just the only single purchase full size cupcake sat in the shelf. Um, and it was actually coincidentally on sale, win-win. And I picked it up, and it was perfect. Is exactly what I expected it to be because the cake was gonna be white with sprinkles. That was what I was in it. So I got the cupcake cute equivalent. There we
Awesome.
go. There we go.
So cute. So
Happy
cute.
channel, happy channel anniversary, babe.
Happy channelversary.
Channel anniversary. Can we trademark that? We need.
I'm sure we're not the first people to say
Okay.
that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
shouldn't say that out
Yeah.
loud. I just ruined the plan. Oh gosh. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, very good. Well, I tell you what,
Well,
this has been fun.
you absolutely will need to enjoy the cupcake after we're done live streaming because it looks delicious and it's for our one
Mm,
year anniversary. And yeah, so it's just been like we said, it's been a lot of fun. It's funny. We've got four people with us tonight, and I'm happy for all of them being here. And
yeah.
you know, like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Welcome
Mm,
in if it's the first time you're here.
mm,
And we're just happy to be here with you.
yeah.
Um, Including you, Kristen, that's in Nightbot timeout mode right now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I feel like we might have
I'm
to end
feeling
this
so
stream
bad.
before I feel like we need to end the stream before the 10-minute like timeout like turns off because he's more than justified to like let me have it. I'm sorry, Kristen, but if you want to direct all your anger towards Nightbot, you're more than welcome to. Just saying. So, anyhow,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay. All right. Well, yes, thank you everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I think we're gonna call it a night. And
I know,
um
right? Like I would say like it was a very impromptu, like we knew we were going to get on for a little bit tonight to celebrate. You only celebrate one year once. And
oh,
although it was super late because of work schedules and everything happening tonight, we made it happen.
oh,
You went all out on your end of the world. Obviously, you were off of work way earlier than I was
this is true.
because I didn't have any time for that. But honestly, to like just to sum it up, it's been a fun year. We still, like you said, we have content to put out there from then. We've got obviously more to film and vlog and share coming up as well. And also just growing the content as we go, right? You had this idea in mind of these regular live streams where we get to chat about things or topics that are important to us. And then, as anyone knows that have kind of came into like videos that are online or on our channel now, I myself am on a journey, a weight loss journey, and just putting those videos out there that I
Yeah,
think are super relatable to other people that find themselves in that position too. So, the channel is kind of evolving and growing in its own
yeah.
way.
Very
As we
organic.
just
Yeah,
it is, and it's not all the same content, and I love that about it
yeah,
because like we've always said to each other, we just put out there what's super important to us and what's important to our life, day over day. So
yeah,
um happy 1 year eh, anniversary, babe, and
yeah.
cheers to many more, right? So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, thank you again, everybody who joined us tonight. Like, share, and
absolutely.
subscribe. do like the video
Yeah.
especially. We appreciate that. Um, and as we always say, we will walk with you later.
Walk with
Bye,
you
friends.
later.
Bye now. Bye,
Bye,
babe. Bye
guys.
bye.